Morning everyone, how are we all doing? It's Pete on Supermarket Deliveries. It's Tuesday, it's Valentine's Day, 14th of February. And I haven't got my wife anything yet. Should I buy some flowers? Should I not? Oh, I don't know. We've been married for nearly 39 years now. So, we'll see. I might get her a bar of chocolate or something to treat her today. I'll push the boat out. Just done my run around Cornwall. Finished at 4 today. So yeah, it's pretty easy run, really local drops. Just had me coffee. A few people have been asking me about the job. Would I recommend it? What the hours like, etc., etc., etc. Would you consider it be a career move, full-time job? I think everybody's personal circumstances are different. If I was I work part-time. I'm only contracted for 8 hours a week, but that suits my lifestyle. And then I pick up extra. I mean, this week I'm going to be doing 26 hours, I think, something like that this week. So I can vary it. So I can, then the next week I'll have a bit more time off for myself, doing things. Depends what's on, really. So yeah, I think it's for someone wanting to work part-time, it's brilliant. I've got quite a few mates who work for Tesco's as well. They do the full-time hours. I think 36 hours or something they do. They can pick up overtime as well. Hourly rate, it is what it is. It's about 11 pounds something. You get a 90 pence skill rate, and it's 10, 20 or something like that. So it's about 11.5 quid an hour, roughly speaking. I can find out exactly in a minute for you if you hold on 1 second. But yeah, it's about 11 pounds something an hour, and then on Sundays we get a little bit extra more on top of that, and also on bank holidays we get a little bit extra as well. So that's Tesco's. I can only speak for Tesco's. So doing the job full time, would I do it? Yeah, I think I would. I think it's physically quite hard in a way. You've got to carry shopping into people's homes. You know, I go out with roughly half a ton of shopping on board, sort of thing. I can do, I worked last night, I did 12 drops last night, all local in the town. I've done 12 drops this morning, so 24 drops. That's probably about the maximum. You can go up to 15, I suppose, on a really local run, but you are sort of on top of each other. If you're on a local run, you tend to make lots more time up than you do on a distance run. I like going the distance, doing a few miles, getting out in the countryside, but you know, it's not always the way it'll be. But yeah, I don't mind either way, really. There's fors and against. If I'm local, it's pretty easy. I just bang, 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 get the job done, and then you know, whatever. If you're driving, you've got a little bit more to do. Like I say, the hourly rate is what it is. You get decent. Tesco's, I can only speak to Morrison's about Morrison's and Tesco's because I've worked for both of those. Both of them, they seem the terms and conditions are pretty similar, and they seem to look after you reasonably well. I try to avoid a lot of the politics within the store. I just come in, do my job, go off and do my thing, really. Try not to get too involved with it. But yeah, I think as a full-time job, yeah, not bad. You're not going to earn fortunes on it. You can do some overtime. There's always plenty of overtime. So that's overtime's overtime. It's not always guaranteed. So it's really down to your personal circumstances. But you get lots of offers. You get subsidised food as well. You can buy I think we get 10%, and then on a payday weekend we get up to 15% off. There's some other few bits and pieces. I mean, Tesco's are pretty good in the respect that in the canteen we've got free tea and coffee, and you know, you can get some soup and stuff like that for your lunch and if you want to. So that's all pretty good. There is, you know, we've all got moans about it. I mean, yeah, sometimes the managers will get a bit, you know, they're managers, they've got a job to do, I suppose. But yeah, there you go. Most of the time they're fine, no problem whatsoever with them, and they're helpful. All the other guys I work with all help you out. You know, if you've got a problem, can't find someone, we've got a little WhatsApp page that we go on, and if you're stuck for somewhere or advice on certain things, you got to be careful what you publish online. Obviously you can't put names and addresses of customers and stuff like that, so you've got to be very careful with that. But you can ask for a bit of help and assistance on certain things, but someone in the depot will always help you out with a drop if you're not sure where you're going. I mean, there's lots I still get that I struggle with, I can't find. So yeah, we're down in Cornwall, we've got a thing called Cornwall Mapping. It's pinpoint, because a lot of the places are just names of places out in the middle of nowhere, holiday barns, holiday lets, etc. And I guess if you work in London, and I have done multi-drop delivery work in London. I used to work in London. I was, you know, so I do know what it's like. Obviously, it's a lot worse now. It's a lot busier now. So I've worked in a big city as well, doing multi-drop deliveries. I mean, it must be quite challenging to do supermarket deliveries in a big city, but I'm sure it's, you know, it's falls and against in both. So yeah, I enjoy the job. It suits me. I know the guys who work full time, it seems to suit them. You just have to weigh up what you're going to earn and how much you're going to earn, and what your living expenses, etc. There is driving rules and laws, so you can only do so many shifts. I think Tesco will let you do six shifts, one after another, but you've got to have certain breaks. You've got to have 10, 11-hour breaks depending on what time you finish and start. So you have to do what's your breaks and stuff like that. If you're on a day shift, you get an hour for lunch at Tesco, so it's not so bad. So yeah, happy days. If anyone's got any questions to ask, please feel free to ask me. I'll try and answer them best I can. I'm sure there's stuff I forgot. But all the best. Take care for now.